Hey everybody, it's Tyler with Tyler Talks Travel Trailers. Today I got a really great floor plan for two. This is going to be the Catalina Summit Series 134 RDX, and I think this might be my favorite Summit Series floor plan that they've come out with. It is perfect and it's not big. I'm kind of someone that likes to have a smaller, compact style of trailer. So if that's like something that you're looking for, this might be a good contender when you're out looking for trailers. So like always, we're going to do the specs first. It takes me 1 minute to do those specs and then we'll dive inside. Let's go, guys. So the basic specs on this 2025 Catalina 134 RDX. The unloaded vehicle weight is 2,729 pounds. The cargo carrying capacity is 1,221 pounds, which brings your potential fully loaded weight to 3,950 pounds. Your hitch weight is 296 pounds. Your exterior length is 16 feet total. Your exterior width is 7 feet 6 inches. Your exterior height is 9 feet 10 inches, including the AC. Your tanks, your freshwater tank is 44 gallons, your gray water tank is 30 gallons, and your black water tank is 30 gallons, and your awning size is 8 feet. Let's jump inside. Awesome, guys. Now that we've got the specs done, we'll jump inside. We have been getting blasted with snow for the last couple days, so I haven't even been able to come outside and do videos. But we just got this beauty in, and man, when I say it's my favorite, I really mean it. I think they are dialing in these Summit Series exactly how customers want them. The last ones I've showed you had a couch in it, and then the other one I showed you had bunk beds. This one is configured a little differently, and I have no idea how they were able to pack this much stuff into a 16-foot trailer. And when I said 16 foot, that is total length. So that includes the tongue and the bumper. So this box is probably like 13 feet, and they give you everything in this. And for $13,995, you are going to see why this is probably my best pick for a budget-friendly couples travel trailer on the market coming out in 2025. $13,995 is our sell price. Stick around till the end. I'll tell you kind of a breakdown of the pricing here at Albuquerque RV. But we'll jump into this. As you can see, the front is where the bed is. This is a fixed bed. So it is not the Murphy bed. So as you can see, I would actually prefer the fixed bed. I just think they're a little more comfortable than the Murphy bed. It's up to you. It's however you want. I love Murphy beds as well. It's a hard decision for me because it's nice to be able to put the bed up and have so much floor space. But in this floor plan, it's not bad at all. So you have a little storage over here to the right for like your remotes and things like that. Oh, that one does not open. So it just kind of goes back. One thing I love about this floor plan, some people might not like it, but what I love is where they put the TV on this particular floor plan. On the other Summit Series, they put the TV, like the backer board, up here. And me and my other half, we kind of like to watch TV in bed. So having the TV face straight on, I love that. So you could kick back, relax, and at night have a TV going, and it's not in an awkward spot where you're crinking your neck. There's backer board right here. So you just need to get the mount. Probably put a 32-inch TV right there. You have USB plugs right there, which is great. So USB and USB-C. So you can charge your phones, and then they give you this nightstand right here to set it on, and then your other plug right there. Really great that they give you two plugs. So a lot of times they'll just give you the one, and obviously the TV will take up one of the plugs, and then if you bring a DVD player along. So really great that they gave you a second plug by the bed. You have some storage up top. About goes all the way to my elbow, pretty decent. It has that curve, but definitely enough room for two to bring your clothes along. As you can see, there's only one window on this side, and that is where your emergency exit is. So you guys are probably sick of me saying it, but it's always a give and take with travel trailers. Whoa, ran into the wall. It's always give and take with travel trailers. So on some of the floor plans, you get a window right here. I personally would have the TV mount there instead of the window, because I think it's just placed really well. Another thing that they did on this new Summit series versus the other Summit series, like the smaller ones, is you can access the storage from inside. How great is that? So when we go outside, I'll show you why that's so amazing that they added this little hatch to get into the storage below. And then they gave you another one right here. So how they definitely listen to customers, because you couldn't reach this before. So I love that they gave you a little access to the storage on this side. When we go outside, I'll show you. That is amazing that they did that. I love that. On the other Summit series, they do not give you access to that, the back side of this storage. I've had customers that will make put some hinges there, and then they have their own hatch to go through to get into the storage. But really great that they're doing that already for you. To the left is the kitchen, obviously. Nothing crazy. Sink is a decent size. Definitely could fit a plate in there. Given the size of this unit, you definitely are limited on certain things. But I think they nailed this kitchen area. You got storage below. Really keep in mind that this is only 13 feet. So I know some of you are probably looking for maybe bigger trailers, but when you go out and look, you'll see this is great given the size. Got a little storage there. Let's see how deep that is. Pretty deep. Definitely fit pots and pans. And then you have another one right up here. So about to my elbow. So that's perfect for plates and bowls and things like that. The only thing I'm seeing that might have been missed is maybe like a drawer for utensils, but you can buy an organizer and you can utilize different areas for that. Tons of storage. Look at this. You have more storage up here above the dinette. That is deep. It is deep. I can't reach the back of that. So that's going to be fantastic for people that like to bring their whole kitchen along. Or, you know, it could be a pantry too. So it goes all the way back. And then to my right, you have even more storage. So this might be good for maybe towels, because when we go into the bathroom, you'll see. But you have both of these. You can't remove this, so this is fixed where it is. Sometimes you can remove these, but that one, I can't even reach the back. So that's going to be great storage. And then we kind of skipped through. So here is your stove top. And if you notice, GE. So really solid appliance. Everything is like your microwave and this are stainless steel. And they're both GE. So even the AC is GE. So that's why I love Catalina, because they give you name brand appliances throughout the whole thing and they match. You got the fancy lights and it's got the igniter, so you don't have to light it with a match or a lighter. And if you notice, this is flush with the countertop. Now, it might not seem like a big deal, but when you're out looking around at trailers, you'll see some where the stovetop is kind of raised off of the counter. And I've heard of people saying that it's a pain because they have, you know, their pots and pans will slide off. And I just think this is much better to have it flush with the countertop. Last thing you want to do is drop a hot pan on your foot. That would not be great. You got the light fan combo. And then your microwave, pretty standard stuff. Overall, really nice. To the main thing that I love about this floor plan the most is this dinette. I am so happy that they came out with the floor plan in this size with the dinette, because they're mainly doing a lot of the couches. And I think a lot of people kind of, in this size of unit, you would maybe prefer a dinette because you actually face each other and hang out, versus the couch where it's just kind of facing, you know, the wall. This way, if it's raining out and you need to come inside, you guys could both relax and play a board game. Got a place to eat dinner. And it is comfy. It is not bad. This side is a little smaller, so that way you can get in and out. But it is comfy. So it's about the length of my arm. Good size. You could definitely kick back and have dinner right here. The other reason why I love this dinette more is I think I like the bed for a dinette, like the dinette that turns to a bed versus the couch, because there's no seam in it. Like the other ones, it folds flat, and then you have the back cushion, and then the where you sit folded down, and then you have that crack down the middle. I think this is gonna be a lot more comfortable. You know, if you have an occasional guest or a grandson or someone that may come with you, you can accommodate them. You just take these two poles out, and then they just come down to here, and then you put the cushions on for your padding. They gave you two poles too, so this thing is solid. Like usually in this size of dinette, they'll just give you the one pole, and it's super flimsy. So this table is solid. It's not going anywhere. Towards the end, before I'll do it before we go out, I'll put this down and I'll lay in it just so you guys get an idea of what size of person that will fit in it. I think it'll fit an adult. We'll see. And then you got your fridge. 12-volt fridge, which I love. They tend to be bigger and they cool so much faster. I plugged this in maybe 10 minutes ago and it is already cold. It does not have, you know, the separate freezer. It's the one where it's kind of combined. So I would definitely recommend, you know, buying maybe a Yeti cooler or something to bring along to freeze your food if you have to. Because opening this and closing it a lot, you know, it's hard for it to stay cool. So you're kind of limited on the freezer, but that's to be expected on this size of unit. Everything that they did in this is to be expected. I think they did amazing. Really like how they thought about that. So this door, so it won't swing and put a dent in your fridge. Really happy they thought about that for you guys. Overall, amazing floor plan. I love it. It's fun and it's not big. I can definitely imagine myself camping in this thing and being comfortable towing it because of the size. We'll come into the bathroom, but before we do, this is just where your AC is. So as you can see, GE appliance is there also. And it's a roof-mounted AC. So for $13,995, you're getting a roof-mounted AC versus the big, the bulky one that's hanging off out of the window. You know, the wall-mounted AC. This is so much better. This is a lot more efficient. It's definitely going to cool this thing down a lot better than your wall-mounted. What else is really cool is it has a heat pump in it. So you do have a heater in this. It still has your gas heater. But if you're in a state, you know, where it's getting a little cold at night and you just need to cut the chill, you can actually use the heat pump and it'll heat up this area. It will only go to like 40 degrees. Then you have to kind of use your heater. It's just not going to work very good if you're under that 40-degree temperature. But this is going to be amazing if you're out, you know, in the desert. It gets cool at night, but it's hot during the day. It's not super cold, but this will definitely cut the chill and you can conserve your propane. And like I said, you have a gas heater. This is huge. I'm telling you, at this price point, a lot of times you'll see the electric heater. I would not go for that. I would want a gas heater. The electric one, you'd have to be plugged into a generator or shore power. This, you can run it anywhere, and that thing puts out some heat. It is plenty for this size of unit. Before we go in there, I wanted to point out the plugs. I know that's important to people, so that way you can kind of see what you can bring along. So like I said, you got two there, which is fantastic. You got one right here in the kitchen with a little bit of counter space. It looks like there isn't one on this side, so that's your only plug right there. So you could bring a coffee pot along, Keurig. This will definitely, I think a Keurig will fit there, or a coffee pot perfectly. Behind me, you have a plug right here. And I love that they gave you a USB and USB-C. These will work off the battery, so you don't need to be plugged into shore power or generator. So really nice that they give you this. That way you're not taking up plugs for, you know, charging your phones or anything like that. So these will be freed up for you. Let's see. No plug down there. So that would be all the plugs in this living area. I don't think that's bad at all. I think they did really good on that. So now into the bathroom. How crazy is that? It is not a wet bath. That's crazy. In this size of unit, I would have imagined they did a wet bath. If you're not familiar what a wet bath is, it's when the toilet is in the shower. Some people don't like them. It doesn't really bother me, but really crazy that they fit all this stuff in this unit. If you do notice though, there is no sink. So that's to be expected for sure in this size of unit. I would not expect a sink. So, but let's see how much room we got. I always encourage people to sit on the toilet when they're out looking because it's something you don't really think about. And then when you go to buy one, you're like, oh man, this is not comfy. But this one, I got room. I got knee room. This is not bad. Let's turn it around so you can see all the shoulder width room I got. So I got plenty on this side because of the shower. And then this side, I would say majority of people would fit. I will say though, it sits a little higher. I'm 5'7" and my feet are like touching it perfectly. I wish I could show you guys. Like, see how it's kind of angled? So it sits a little higher off the ground. So if you're like my girlfriend, she's not that tall. Her feet might be dangling. See how there's that little lip? So it does sit a little higher off the ground. Not a big deal to me, but just something to consider if you're, shorter. Shower space is not bad. We'll get in here so I can show you. Oh yeah, this is not bad. Okay, so decent room. Headroom isn't bad. That's how much space I have, but if you're like 6'7", you'd probably have issues in any shower. You're kind of limited in these trailers, but definitely can move around, rinse off, do what I need to do. Try not to get you guys sick by turning it. Does have the curtain, and then this will actually come off. It hangs right up here, obviously, and then you got a vent above. So I like that they put it right in the shower so you don't have this place like a swamp in here. So you can open this, turn your vent on, let some air in. Pretty simple bathroom. Like I said, the only thing you're missing is a sink, but I would not I couldn't imagine them fitting a sink in there unless it was one of those ones that like folds into the wall. You got a mirror right here. It is not a medicine cabinet. One light. But really impressed with that. I couldn't imagine much more than that. I think they did fantastic on that. One thing I want to point out on this trailer is check this out. So here's your control panel where you run your lights, your gas, your water heater. All you do is flip a switch and it'll do its thing. So you don't need to light the water heater or any of that. It just does it on its own once you flip the switch. You have the readings for your tanks and your batteries, so you'll know if they're full or not. You would be surprised at this price point. Most of the time you won't get these readings. You'll also have to light the water heater. So really great that they give that to you. But what I wanted to show you is check it out. When we turn the lights off right here, the exterior lights, let's see. Oh, that's the exterior, sorry. Interior. See how they all go off? Well, if you're relaxing, reading a book, just kicking back, and you turn your lights on, do you really want to have them all on? What's cool is that you can actually turn these lights off individually. And you would be surprised. You do not get that at this price point with the competition. So just something to consider. A lot of things that you might not think of until you're out using the trailer. I'm just pointing those things out because I hear from customers what they like or don't like. So I'm here to spread the word for you. You got a big window right here. I love the window. Check it out. So you can kick back. You got a nice view. And let's see, how do these open? This is a new window. Oh, that's cool. Wow. Sweet. So it opens outward like that. You could let so much fresh air in here with this style of window. It's the emergency exit though. Oh, I didn't realize that. So that is your emergency exit. You still open it this way. Pretty big window though. So really nice. If you notice, the windows are tinted too. I'm gonna annoy you guys, but again, at this price point, you will look around and they will not tint the windows, surprisingly. So just keep an eye out for that. Definitely helps, from your trailer heating up, the tint. And then I think we covered everything in here. What do you guys think? Such a fun floor plan. If you're looking for something small, affordable, definitely put the 134 RDX on your list. Let's go outside. I'll show you some of the features out there. All right, guys, before we go outside, I wanted to show you how to do this bed and show you what size a person can fit in it. I already took the poles out and I went to put the table on and it didn't fit. I was super confused. But if you come down here where this storage is, this board right here is what you pull out. So that's probably why they gave you that easy access. So I'm going to put you down real quick, but that's where the board is. So that way it's big enough. I was so confused. I was standing around like, this table does not fit. So let me put you down real quick so I can show you. So I really like that they gave you a bigger board because that means that the bed is bigger. We'll zoom in a little bit. There we go. So they give you this big board to put right here. I was like, what the heck is that board for? There we go. There we go. And you put this cushion down, this one down. Really simple. All right. So I'll lay in this, that way you get an idea of how big of someone you can sleep. I will say though, the board is a little skinnier, so I'm not sure the weight capacity on it, but let's see. So I have a little room on my head and a little room by my feet. I am 5'7", but like I said, that board is not super thick, so I'd imagine it's for like a grandchild or someone else that might come along. I'll lay in it and then show you how much room I have with my feet. All right. So I'll put my head all the way up till my head is hitting the board. This is perfect for me. So my head is touching the top and I have that much space. So you can definitely sleep an adult. But like I said, just be cautious because the board isn't super thick. I weigh 155 pounds. Didn't seem like an issue with me. If I find out what the weight capacity is on that, I'll put it in the description. But just wanted to show you guys that real quick so you get an idea of the size of person that will be able to sleep on this dinette. All right, let's go outside. It's so nice now that it's not hot. It's so much easier to do these tours. It's got the screen door. And then if you notice, it has the solid steps. So again, at this price point, a lot of times you don't get the solid steps that come down to the ground. So these just fold right into the doorway. They are just so much sturdier, you know, getting in and out of instead of having the ones that hang off, those tend to sag over time. So just a much more stable step right there. This is the storage. They even give you the magnets. How nice is that? Really great storage. Check that out. Tons of storage. And this is why I love, they're listening to their customers for sure. Because on the other Summit series, they don't put that door and they also don't put the one above. So you could imagine how hard it would be to reach the stuff on that side. So I think they definitely listened to the customers and what they wanted and they added that. So that's huge. Tons of storage. Now you can actually utilize the whole thing. Oh, I wanted to show you this. You got a switch right here. Check that out. It's kind of hard to see because of the sun, but they added these new lights. They wrap from here all the way up. It's like a Tron. It looks like Tron, the movie. They added these lights and it looks so cool. I need to get a video at night so you guys could see it. And then pretty standard stuff in the front. This would probably be the one thing I would change out really quick is I'd put it to an electric tongue jack. Pretty simple, just take these 3 bolts out and then you can get an electric one. You got one propane tank. You got the battery disconnect. It's that little knob down there. Another thing that you don't get at this price point is a battery disconnect. This is huge. So all you have to do is turn your batteries off when you're ready to store it. You don't have to actually disconnect the batteries every time. You just turn them off right there. That is a huge feature. It looks so cool. What I love about Catalina too is they added all these things on the 2025s and the price stayed the same. I've said that in other videos, but it's just really cool of them to give you extra features to enjoy without making you pay for it. You got a leash link right here for the dog. You do have indoor and outdoor speakers, JBL speakers. So you can pick different zones if you want to play music out here or inside. You got the LED lights above. Check it out, really fancy. And they also change colors. So there's like, I think 24 different colors you can pick if you want, tons of colors. And this does also tilt, I believe. Oh yeah, I can't do it with one hand, but you can actually tilt this. So if it's raining, the water won't pool on top, or if the sun's in an awkward area, you can tilt it so the sun's not hitting you in the face. Another huge feature, like I can't stress this, $13,995. You get a lift and rugged tires, Westlake tires, and a lift. That is so incredible. Westlake is the same tire that they put on E-Pros. So really cool. If you're looking for something that sits a little higher, because you go into places that are, you know, not a KOA or a campground, you like to go into the woods, a lift is definitely going to help. It does have, it's wired for a backup camera, so if you can get different sizes of screens if you want. It has a black tank flush. So again, at this price point, they usually don't do that. So usually when you're cleaning out your black tank, you have to drag the hose through your trailer and then flush out the black tank. But with this, all you have to do is stick your water hose to it and then turn your water on, and then it'll flush it out for you. There's jets in the tanks that will spray it off, so you know you got all that debris out. It is a fully walk-on roof, so it's probably annoying, but at this price point, usually they don't want you getting on the roof. It's not a walk-on roof. This one is a fully walk-on roof. It doesn't come with the ladder. Now you have to buy it separately, I know, but it just hooks on and it telescopes, so you could store it inside of the storage area real easy. Pretty standard stuff. That's where your 30 amp plug is, so you'll get the power cord, cable satellite. Your jacks are manual, but you can get a drill with the same socket size and they'll go down just as fast as the electric ones, if not faster. This is where your drains are, so it's kind of hard to tell, but you got tons of clearance right here, so you don't have to worry about dragging those and, you know, breaking them. That would not be good for the trip. Black and gray right there. You got your potable water, so when you're dry camping, you'll fill this up until this starts bubbling, and then you know it's full. And then your city water is actually on the back if you're at a campground. 6-gallon water heater. Really nice. Pretty standard stuff. What do you guys think? I love this trailer. This is definitely my favorite floor plan by Catalina. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the tour on this 2025 Catalina 134 RDX. Oh, my glasses are fogging up. So on the price point of this trailer, you're looking at a $22,336 for your MSRP. If you come to Albuquerque RV, you ask for me, I'll take really good care of you. Your sale price is going to be $13,995. That is a smoking deal with everything I just showed you that this trailer offers. So if you're new to the channel, stick around, watch some of my other videos. I go into the construction. I talk about a lot of different things in every video, because if I talk about everything on every video, they'll be an hour long. So definitely stick around, subscribe, like. I really appreciate you guys sticking around. So like always, I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys.